I'm Rohan Patel, comic book movie. Hey everyone, how are you?
Good. How
Good.
you
How are
doing?
you?
Doing well, thank you. Love season two, so I wanted to get started with. I grew up not too far from Fort Bragg, so I just wanted to know how I
Right
know
on.
how tight knit a unit can be. So, was there anything that Alan and Maria did for you, Shaun and Serinda, that sort of brought you into the Reacher world, or what was that like first bonding experience like?
I mean, they're just so welcoming. Um, that's really all that you can. There was no like cool kids at school. You're gonna sit over there. They were just really fantastic people and just welcomed us in right away. And fortunately, we all got along. And everyone was giving each other little gifts and doing kindnesses for one another, and it just made all the difference.
Yeah, Maria was cooking. Sean would make sure that we were all fed. Alan was also very good at making sure that we were fed. Like, do you want smoothies? Do you want food? What do you want? Like,
Yeah.
it was very lovely. I think what's interesting is coming on a show as they are sort of these. Each season is its own book. It can be interesting because it's not a new characters coming into a show that's very streamlined. It's a very different world, and you never know how you're gonna fit in. And I think sometimes you can see this really ridiculous thing where instead of being complimentary, women can be competitive. And the moment I got into Toronto, Maria sent me a text and was like, "Let's go for lunch," and we immediately bonded over our love of like athletics. We got the same Pilates classes. We were eating the same food. We'd have our Friday no Saturday night gusto pasta dates.
Yep.
And I think it's always wonderful to have a relationship with somebody on set, but this is something that we still talk, and it's really nice. So there was none of that. To Sean's point, there was no cool kids. Sorry guys, you're not cool, but you are cool. They were so cool, and
The
they and
coolest
they
We're not
kinds,
bullies.
yeah, they're not
you're
bullies. It was lovely. It became the 1/10 really fast.
Yeah, really quickly.
Awesome, and yeah, and it translates really quickly. So,
Thanks.
when you are coming back into this, Reacher's such a wandering character, and then Maria, you're coming back after season one where and your character's obviously um she's gone through a lot of changes that I don't want to spoil right now, but so what do you think like your role sort of is in this Reacher story, and what does he see in you where it's like there's some unfinished business with Carla, he's seeing a different world with David, and then he's also seeing his friend Neely that's also gone so far up in the world, and he's just kind of in this never-ending cycle.
Yeah, I think Neely and Reacher are best friends, and they have always been, will always be. They have this bond that they don't really speak of, but it's there, whether they talk about it or not. And this season is really the season. Generally, I will say, Reacher, will call Neely if he needs some help, and this is the season where Neely, contacts him, because the stakes are all very high in the season because this is our family that is at stake here, and I think Neely always will ground Reacher. She will always know what he's thinking or what he's planning before he's even doing it, and I think that just it's good for him to have a relationship, and I think that's what the season does so well, even with the other characters. It just adds more color to who this person is, who obviously isn't someone who's big about talking about how he feels about stuff. So it's just an expansion of the world and our understanding of Reacher, which I think is super fun, and hopefully the fans will love that too.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for your time. I really appreciate it. Love season two and can't wait for season three. Thank you.